Hello everyone! In today's video, we'll be covering how to add Labster simulations to your course in D2L Brightspace. Here's a quick overview of everything we'll cover in this video. We'll go over the Labster onboarding process and demonstrate how simulations are uploaded in your LMS, and at the end, we'll review Labster support and best practices. Here's a walkthrough of the integration process. Once a signed order form is received, a customer success manager will reach out to all educators, admins, and bookstore contacts that will be involved in the Labster setup. Instructions to add the Labster LTI to your LMS instance will then be sent to the LMS admin for technical integration. As soon as Labster support team receives confirmation from the LMS admin that the LTI integration is complete, instructors will then have the ability to successfully assign simulations directly through their course shell. Labster's training materials are available to help faculty understand how to best access and use the tool. Now, I will demo how to add simulations to your course within D2L Brightspace. Once you are logged into your D2L Brightspace, then find the course that you would like to add Labster simulations to. From there, we'll make sure that we are on the Content tab. Then we will create a module. From here, once we go into existing activities and click the down arrow, we'll be able to find the Labster external tool. When you select the Labster external tool, you will be brought to the catalog of simulations. You can browse through our courses to find a curated list of learning content based on the course you're teaching. You can filter courses by discipline and education level. When we click into a course, you'll see that each of our curated courses features a description and learning objectives, and then a series of units. Each unit has its own recommended simulation and learning progression. Similar to courses, collections offer a simpler curated list of relevant simulations related to a particular topic or theme, although not with the full course outline. You can use the search bar up top to also find simulations. You can search for content by keyword, subject, or simulation title. In search, you can see there are several different filters to use. We have content type, subject, education level, language, device it's available on, duration, and whether the simulation is available in accessibility mode or not. To explore a simulation further, click into the simulation, and here you will find the learning objectives and key information about the simulation. You can watch a screen recording of the simulation being completed right here, and if you would like to play the simulation yourself, you can do so by clicking the play button right here. Each simulation comes with its own lab report and lab manual. The lab report is the same for each simulation, and many teachers assign it for students to complete after they play a simulation. The lab manual is specific to each simulation, and it's kind of like a mini textbook that a lot of teachers assign for students to read prior to them completing the simulation to ensure that they are well prepared. We also have the read theory page and an unanswered and answered copy of the quiz questions. These are the questions that students are asked throughout the duration of the simulation. Here you can see the length of the simulation, whether it's available in accessibility mode, and the languages it's available in. You'll also see the full simulation description, as well as the related standards that the simulation covers. Down at the bottom, you'll see a few screen grabs of what students will see as they complete the simulation, as well as other relevant assets. If this is a simulation that you would like to add to your course, simply scroll up to the top and click the Add button. It will automatically be added to your course. Now that the simulation is published, you can edit it in a few different ways. If we click into the simulation, one of the editing features is the quiz editor. You'll see the option to edit quiz questions here, and then if we select create new quiz, we'll be able to see all the quiz questions and quiz questions answers, and here we'll be able to edit the quiz questions or even add some of our own questions. Once we make some edits to make sure that the quiz is how you best see fit for your students, you can press save and close, and you can apply it to the simulation by clicking the 3 dots and clicking apply to simulation. We can also continue to make edits to it, or we can also copy our edits to additional courses as well. Another way that we can edit a simulation is going up to assessments, hitting grades, and then if we find the simulation that we just added, click the down arrow next to the name, hit edit. We can edit the name of the simulation, and we can also edit the grade point value. If we hit the restrictions button up the top, we can also edit the start and end date of the simulation. If we go back to our course content, I'd like to also show you the Labster dashboard. The Labster dashboard can be added to your course the same way that simulations are added to your course. To view student grades, you can view them by simulation or by students. In per simulation, if we click the down arrow next to the simulation name, you'll see all the simulations in your course. If you pick one simulation, you'll be able to see all of your students' grades populate right down the middle. You'll be able to see the progress that they've made on the simulation, the score they received, and the date and time that they completed it. If you click into a student attempt, you'll be able to see how many attempts they took on the simulation, the time they spent, the score they received, and whether it has been graded or not. You can also see, if you click in further, how many times it took the student to answer each quiz question correctly. And you can also view grades per student. If you click the down arrow, you'll be able to see all of your students in your class and choose between each student to see how that specific student is doing on all of their simulations. Again, you'll be able to see their progress, the score, and the date they completed it on. On the bottom right-hand side, you'll see our chat support. It's a great resource, especially for students to use when they are completing simulations outside of instructors' availability. You can chat with our support team if you run into any technical difficulties while completing the simulation. You can also access our Help Center here. If we click on the Help Center link, you can search by keyword or any issue that you run into. Again, at the bottom right, you'll see that our chat support is available as well if you would rather talk with a support team member. If we go back, we also have the instructor resources. This will take you to the Educator's Guide to Labster. This is a great resource for instructors, especially those using Labster for the first time, to learn how to get started fast, support your students, and deepen your understanding of the virtual labs. We also have a student troubleshooting guide, and this is a great resource to share with your students before they begin to use Labster. We also have a student resources page, and the student's guide to Labster is similar to the instructor's guide to Labster. That includes an overview of what to expect and some tips and tricks to make sure that Labster runs as smoothly as possible for them. Now we will go over best practices when using Labster. We recommend that students use a laptop, desktop, Chromebook, or iPad. Our supported browsers are Google Chrome and Firefox. Safari and other browsers will not support playing Labster simulations. We recommend that students close out all other tabs and websites while they're playing simulations, and they should wait until the simulation loads to 100% and stay in the simulation tab while it is loading. They should not click away from the simulation. Here's a list of all of our support and resources that we touched upon earlier. Our live chat support is available 6 days a week and typically has an under 4-minute response time. We recommend accessing our help center and reaching out to our support team using the blue chat button. We also have an educator community, and this is the forum and network where educators can communicate, ask questions, and give feedback on Labster. Finally, we have the Educator's Guide to Labster, covering everything from technical setup to an overview of the features of Labster. If at any time you have questions or concerns or need assistance, please reach out to our support team at support@labster.com. And as always, if you need any tips or best practices or want to see how other instructors are using Labster, please reach out to your customer success manager. Thank you.